Hi, guys. Welcome to day one of my 60-day challenge of posting every day until I reach 10K followers and start making money off of content. So, today, what we're going to do is make crab cakes from scratch. A little over a month ago, I ordered two cans, or not two cans, I ordered a few cans of what was supposed to be lump crab meat. The grocery store didn't have them, and the shopper substituted it for this finely shredded crab meat. So it sat in my cabinet for a little over a month. And I was like, I might as well do something with it because I don't know what else to do other than make some crab cakes. That's why we're here today. So as you can see, I did put some seasoning on it. And I am going to also add some Old Bay to this seasoning because you cannot have crabs without Old Bay, period. And then what I'm also going to do, yes, a good amount of Old Bay. You want to taste your Old Bay when you bite into these crab cakes, honey. Trust me, you do. And so I'm going to add 2.5 spoons of mayo just for a little extra flavor, a little extra moisture. And then I'm gonna also add these Texas toast salad croutons. This is gonna add as a or be used as a thickening method as well as to keep it together so that it does not crumble or break apart when you're cooking them. So I'm going to start by blending them in the blender, making sure they're finely blended up so they're not too lumpy and chunky, and you do not want it to overpower your crab meat, especially with this crab meat because it's cut so thinly. So I'm blending and blending and blending, just making sure that it's not overly blended or under blended because you don't want it to be chunky. You don't want to bite into it and you taste nothing but bread, or at least clumps of bread. You want to be able to still taste some meat and, get that good crab flavor. I'm going to also add some olive oil, just a little bit, just to add extra moisture and a little bit of extra flavor as well. And then I'm going to put in 1 egg. You could use two because it is recommended to use two, but because I only have such a small amount, I didn't want to overpower it with egg. But yes, that's going to also help it stick together and not crumble. As you can see, I am mixing it up, making sure everything is mixed perfectly. You can judge that by the eye. Once you see it's mixed, it's gonna get a little thick, a little stuck together, more flavor all throughout. The blandness of the crab meat is no longer prevalent. And then once I get everything mixed up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 4 good sized crab cakes because not everyone in my household eats crab cakes. Granted, I do have 6 children, but only my oldest eats the crab cakes. So, my oldest son, I meant. So, only me and him eat the crab cakes. So, I'm not going to make a whole lot of them. Just 4 good sized ones. That'll be enough for me and him. And like I said, I have 6 kids, so we're not gonna waste any food, honey. I didn't take them back because I ordered it online for a reason. I did not go and do a return, so I'm not gonna waste it either. And then when you're rolling out your crab cakes, you don't want to roll it as if you're like making a beef burger patty or a sausage patty or anything like that. Do it small or like soft, not too harsh with it because you don't want to take away the meat that's in it because the meat is so thin. Then, as you can see here, I'm placing the crab cakes inside of the oil. My oil was already preheated, so it was just waiting for the crab cakes to be placed in there. You're going to cook them not for very long until they're golden brown on each side. You're going to flip it to make sure they're cooked equally on each side. I will really say just a few minutes on each side. This is something that you could really do at home. I would say in 10 minutes or less. As you can see when I'm flipping them, that they're getting nice crust, golden brown on the side. All you have to do is make sure that they're on like that on each side so that it's good to the taste. A nice crunch, not too crunchy, but just right. You don't want to cook it for too long because you don't want it to dry out. You don't want the insides filled with oil. After I see that they're, cooked on each side, I am going to put them on my baking rack just so that that oil can drip off and it's not too greasy when you touch it, because you could definitely use this or eat it with your hands. You don't have to, use a fork or however you prefer to your liking, but you don't want to pick it up and it's like grease everywhere. All right, so I'm about to take those bad boys out because they're definitely cooked perfectly, as you can see. Once I take them out and lay them on that rack, honey, they have that nice golden brown color. Their texture, phenomenal. And it's not falling apart. Look at how I picked it up with the tongs, honey. Period. And then after I do that, I'll lay them out, let them rest for a while, and then I'm gonna break them in half so that you guys can see them in the middle to know that they're cooked all the way through and how that flavor looks. But other than that, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And check me out for my next video. And I'm looking for any content girlies that you on your rebrand, you a mom, you work, like-minded individuals. I'm just trying to build my little community, my safe space for my people on the internet, honey. Don't forget to tap in. Let's lean on each other. Let's get to know each other. And let's take over this content. It's enough space for the all of us, honey. And again, this has been La London Diary. Don't forget to tune in for more. Look at those crab cakes, babies. Definitely giving. Period. So delicious, honey. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. It's been great.